This is another edition of 5 Good Comic Book Covers, my video series where I show you 5 covers that I think are good, that I saw in my long boxes at some point and got out because I thought it was a great cover that I wanted to show you in a video. With the last few, I started getting conscious that they are a bit obvious or repetitive. Like we always have a Jorge Perez cover, we always have a Todd McFarlane cover, we always have a Simon Waltonson cover. So I have been trying to pick covers and think about artists who have never appeared in one of these videos. And some of them are very surprising. But with that said, here are 5 good comic book covers. I have been looking at some of the Andy books, and here is the Fantastic Force Andy book that they did to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the team. For the 50th anniversary, they released this nice Andy book. And for the 60th anniversary, they released nothing because Dan Slott missed the deadline and botched the anniversary celebration of Marvel's original comic series. You'd think you would get fired for fucking something up so much, but no, he's still employed. I really like this cover here. I like that it finds a way to reflect the team over the years by having each member pulled from a different period. We have Hume on fire in his red costume and Invisible Wife in a stripper costume, and then in each quarter, each slice of the pie, we see stuff from the era the character comes from. One of my favourite Fantastic Force covers, actually. This one is Captain America 332, and I was debating whether to include this because this one isn't really overlooked or underrated. Everyone knows this is a brilliant cover. It is a very well-known cover, but then I remembered this is 5 good comic book covers. It's not 5 good comic book covers that are underrated, or 5 good comic book covers you have not seen. It is 5 good comic book covers. There are 2 parameters. It has to be a comic book cover and it has to be good. And this is both those things. I hate this issue of 4. It is a lousy fill-in story by Christopher Proust. And I hate it, but it has a great cover of 4 by Sal Buscema. That is John Buscema's brother. This was a fill-in issue in Simon Waltonson's run, and it is a nice character shot of 4 by one of his other definitive artists. I do secretly wish that it had been updated to reflect the recent changes in 4's design, namely that he looked exactly like this but also had a beard, which is my favourite look for 4. But regardless of that, I think it is a nice portfolio piece and a great cover for a crappy issue. This is New Muties, issue 14. This is the variant cover by David Finch, the director of The Curious Case of Benjamin Button and Alien Free. Each part of this story had a variant cover by David Finch, and most of them are incredibly hard to find now and worth a lot of money. This one included. I had to get this one, cost be damned, as this was one of my favourite scenes in this crossover. The bit where Dan Stevens fighted a bunch of Nimrods. I have reviewed this one if you want to know more. Green Lanterns here, Golden Age Green Lanterns, and this is by an artist called Steve Yu, which might actually be how to pronounce his name. So to play it safe, I'll also call him Steve Yui, so I definitely get a wrong one in. He didn't do that many comics. People seem to not like his style for some reason. They thought it was lacking detail or looked like screenshots from an animated film. But I like it. It is a different look, and comics should have different styles. And his pieces were mostly of quality. I really like this image here of John Scott, Green Lanterns. Those were 5 good comic book covers, and even though I tried to include artists who haven't had a cover on one of these videos before, I still snuck in a Buscema. I think your boy Zeck has had a cover on one before too. Which of these covers did you like? And other questions like that. Comment down below. I personally give these covers 7 thumbs up each.